Hello there, channel members, friends, and followers from around the world. This is Kuwait Pilot, your host for tonight's show. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are Qatar Airways 8512 service from Kuwait International to Doha or Hamad International Airport in the state of Qatar, and the host of the World Cup 2022. And a historical result just now. Morocco has beaten Spain and qualified to the next round. So congratulations to Moroccans all over the world on this rather historical win. I want to welcome all of you guys to this news. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. We have also Storm Squad, Will Smith, Anthony, and we have Duncan. Duncan has been a member with us for 21 months. Thank you very much, sir, for your support and your loyalty here at the channel. We have RC Flyer. Welcome aboard. We have SR88 Gaming, as well as Travia Tucker. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for stopping by, Duncan, to say hello. I do appreciate it very much, and I do appreciate your busy schedule as well. The weather has been absolutely terrible today in Kuwait. It has been raining since the morning, non-stop. In fact, since 3 a.m. But that should make it it should make for an interesting departure out of Kuwait to Qatar. We are today, of course, featuring the iniBuilds A310. iniBuilds, of course, the Kuwait Pilot official partners, and we are also featuring MXI Design Doha International Airport, which we will be taking a look at upon our arrival into Doha. We have with us Osama Mohammed. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. And the OTHH scenery is actually pretty good, and we will take a look at that once we are at our destination. All right, so let's go ahead and get things started. And first thing first, we're going to head over to the overhead panel. Battery 1 and battery 2 and battery 3. All the batteries are on. We're going to turn on the external power, and we're going to turn on the galley power. All right, perfect. We're going to head over to the top here of the overhead panel. We're going to set the adheres to nav mode. And we can also, at this point, turn on the ground control. And we're going to turn on the yaw dampers. ATSs are both on. And we can also turn on the window heat and the probe heat and window heat as well. Perfect. All right, we're going to turn on the nav lights. And let's go ahead and set up the aircraft now. All right. So we're going to head over here to the electronic flight bag, and first we can go to page init, and beg your pardon, let's go to the menu. Let me zoom in here so you guys can follow along. We're going to go to the ACARS system, and we're going to request the flight plan from SimBrief. There we go. That's the flight from SimBrief. We'll worry about, actually, let's go ahead and just enter all the details. We're going to bring up our friendly SimToolkit Pro. We'll say fly now and bring up the operational flight plan. And from here, we can say always on top. Go to the flight summary, operational flight plan. All right, so we can go directly to our flight number, which is Qatar 8512. So that is Qatar. All right, let's cancel that. All right, so it's KTR 858512. That's our flight ID. The cruise altitude we already have. The cost index is 25. And the alternate is OBBI, which is, do I have an alternate here? It's OEDF. That would be Al Taif, I believe, in Saudi Arabia. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that. So OEDF. All right, that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's Al Taif Airport. All right, and return. So we have all the information here. Let's go ahead and click on Align IRS. And now we have the alignment. We are going to go to the next page. And this is where we can simply come over here to the overhead panel and enter all the information. All right, so let's bring up Sim Toolkit Pro here to the side. We'll zoom out just a little bit. All right, perfect. Let's go to the weight and balance. And if we click here, I don't think that we have, it shows all zeros. All right, so that's the plan. So, all right. So we're just going to go ahead and do this manually. All right, let's go to, all right, so PAX 209. 209. Confirm, that's much better. And the cargo today is 5.5. So 5.5. Confirm. And let's just make sure that, we need to be everything here in kilos. So let me just go back here. And yeah. Hopefully it has changed everything for us. Let's just come here one more time. Make sure this is okay. Yeah, so this is in kilograms. All right, perfect. All right, so we continue with our payload, and the fuel today is 10.3. Distortion, hello my friend, and we have also Saad Al-Hanadi. Welcome aboard, my friend. Anthony, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Glad to have you guys with me this evening. And so the fuel is 10.5. 10.3, beg your pardon. So let's enter 10.3. Why is it still showing pounds? All right, that's what we want. All right. 10.3. Is that sufficient? Is it in kilos now? Yeah, all right. So load sheet is in kilo. Perfect. So that's 10.5, and we're going to apply. Is it sufficient, though? You know what? I'm just going to crank this up to about 13. All right, let's say apply. All right, everything's applied. And if we go to the live now, that's the information we have here. Perfect. All right, so we can come back to our, we can enter our block fuel, which is 12.9. So 12.9. Let's remove that, 12.9 is entered. Zero fuel is 96.9. 96.9. Right, that's zero fuel. We have all that. Zero fuel. Center of gravity 32.7. 32.7. And that is there. Perfect. All that information is now in the M.2 or in the FMS. All right, perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to, let's see here, flight plan. We're going to go to the next page, that we have. All right, so we're going to go to the flight plan, and we're going to select the departure, runways, SIDS, and stars, and all that good stuff. So let's come down, let's go up here, and we're departing Kuwait today, runway 33 right. So we're going to select the SID, and we're going to select the boxy for Foxtrot. Boxy for Foxtrot, that's the one there. And runway 33 right is the departure runway today. Excellent. And we're going to insert that. And then we're going to go to Qatar. That's the top of descent. And this is Oscar Tango Hotel, one of voted the best airport in the world, Hamad International Airport in the state of Qatar. Star today is going to be the, there's no star. We're going to fly direct to Qatar runway 16 left. So it's the ILS 16 left and return. And let's see, why hasn't it taken that? There is no, all right, still star. So none. And then it's 16 left is what it's showing us. All right, 16 left is selected. Return. Why is it not allowing us to select it? None and none. And ILS 16 left. Is it a TOVAN transition? I don't know. Let's check. Let's see here. Any transitions there? No transitions. Let me try to select this one more time. And now we can insert it. And I'm not sure why it does this. And I'm not sure if this is true to the real FMC. But looks like we are good now. And we have the flight plan ready. Perfect. All right. So we're going to go now and we're going to enter the takeoff information. For this, we're going to head over to our friendly electronic flight bag. And we are going to select the takeoff information, runway length. If we click here, we're going to take the full length of the runway, which is 3,500 meters. The surface is, has the rain subsided? The rain has subsided, but the runways may be wet. So we're going to select a wet runway. Runway heading is 330, 330, and enter that. The current wind at Kuwait is going to be, let's see here. So we have 0103 knots, 0103, right? 0101, right? So 10 and 3. All right. 0 1. Come on. 1 0 3. Perfect. Outside temperature is currently 17 Celsius. It's actually it hasn't been a cold day, but just it's been raining since the morning, and yeah, that's something that we're not accustomed to here in Kuwait. The QNH is if I can. It looks like I need a new pair of glasses, guys. All right, QNH is 1018. So let's do that. Here, 1018. Perfect. And the current weight of the aircraft, so the gross weight is 109792. So that's 109.8. 109.8. All right, and we entered that. Right, we're gonna do, give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys, about the glitch. I am back. I just had a trouble with my mic, so that is fixed. All right, so we're good to go now, and we're ready to calculate. Today we're going to do flaps 15, slats 15. Anti-ice is off, and the air conditioning is on. And we're going to say calculate. And now we have all the information here. We can enter into the FMC. Excellent. Speed check. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, Rand Cooley. Rand, thank you very much for being here and for your support. And I would be very grateful, guys, if you hit that like button for me. It really does help the ranking of this stream after it is published. So I'd be very grateful if you can do that for me. All right. So let's go ahead and enter our speeds. 134, 136, 150. So 134, 134, 136, and 150. Now, in order to do that, we need to turn on the pitch trim. And now we can see all of this here. So we're going to say 150. Looks like the weather is subsiding now, which is pretty cool. 150. There we go. 150. And the altitude, I believe, is 37,000 feet for our flight today into Qatar. Yep, 37,000 feet. So let's go ahead and set that. 37,000 is now, it's actually a short flight, so it's going to be probably as soon as we reach our cruise altitude, that's when we're going to actually begin the descent again towards Qatar. 59 for flex temperature. We're going to just select auto today. So yeah, we'll just leave it on auto and it will take care of things for us. And everything else here looks good to me. So we're going to switch this to the flight plan. And we're going to come over here and put this on takeoff and approach. So we'll leave it there. We have all our speeds. And now we can start the APU. All right, so we're going to start here. APU is starting. Lovely sounds. And we can also turn on all our fuel pumps here. There we go. Fuel pumps are on. And we're going to turn on the passenger and non-smoking signs on as well. All is looking good here. All is good here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the outside. Now, this airport of Kuwait is actually a freeware airport. It has been developed by a guy of the name of Yahya. And I can confirm to you guys that this airport, along with Kuwait City, so the city of Kuwait, is done immaculately, and it is just about 95% accurate to the real airport in the city. The amount of details in this airport is just simply phenomenal. It looks just exactly like the real thing, and of course I can vouch for this because this is the home country of Kuwait Pilot, so I can definitely tell you that this is one of the very best freeware airports I have seen for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Very, very detailed airport. And this is the VIP and the Emiri airport where the basically the president of the country departs. This is it here, right here. This is the Emiri airport. It's called. So this is for the president and for the high, officials and delegates. That's the airport they use. Very, very nice airport of Kuwait. I've seen Captain Canada stream this airport, as well as Ozflight Simmer. Both have streamed Kuwait International on their channels. Just really brilliant airport, and highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. It's a very, very well done airport. All right. So we are ready to go. We have with us RFC Flyer. Welcome aboard, my friend, and glad to have you. IFR Captain, hello, my friend. All is well. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so everything is good here, and we are going to turn on our beacon lights and ready to go. Let's go ahead and turn on the oxygen supply, and everything now looks good. Let's go ahead and call the GSX. Well, what happened here? Let's call the GSX truck and get us out of our position, prepared for pushback and departure. Departure clearance is now requested, and we'll be on our way to Doha in no time. We are, by the way, using FSLTL today for this flight from Kuwait to Qatar.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right, ready for pushback. And let's see, it looks like everything's good here. We're gonna, looks like we're gonna go back, runway 33 right. We'll use the follow me truck, just for the fun of it. We are departing through runway 33.
Departure check
33 right. Perfect.
Bypass pin inserted.
All right, let's set the altimeter. We are, of course, flying in real weather, but not real time. Jane, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us. We're just waiting for the pushback truck there.
Locking gear.
All right, locking gear. All right, we're good to go. All right, we're going to push the nose to the left. Nose to the left.
Release parking brakes.
All right, and parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, and we have clearance to start our engines. So let's come over here and select System A and start engine number 2. Ah, we need the APU bleep. All right, there we go. Perfect. We can see the engine now spooling. Lovely sight of the engines there, of the wings there. Right, we have more than 20%, so we're going to start engine number 2. Brilliant. And the engines are coming up now. Good news, I finally received my honeycomb throttle quadrant and installed it. It's wonderful. Well, happy flying, Jane there. Yeah, I'm glad that you're happy with your new throttle quadrant. All right, we have a good start on engine number 2, and we're going to go ahead and start the engine number 1 now. Engine number 1 starting. Excellent. I don't think we need the follow me truck, but if you guys want me to do it, we'll do it. But I don't think it's required.
Set parking brakes.
All right, let's set the parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
All right, let's go ahead and give the clearance. Confirm good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And one thing I want to make sure we have is a flight control replay. Oops. All right, that's connected. We're just, before I forget this, so we make sure we have it ready. I think I'm going to bring up some lights here. Things are looking kind of dark in the cockpit. So let's bring up some lights. Right here.
Unlocking gear.
Map lights. There we go. Not so much maybe here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Looks good up here. All right, perfect. Looks like we have a good start on both engines now. And we can come over to the overhead panel. And system ignition goes to the off position.
Left is clear.
And
Right is clear.
APU bleed can go off. And the engine bleeds will automatically now turn on. We're going to turn on the runway turn-off lights and the nose light to taxi. And we are ready to taxi to the runway now. Auto brake to maximum. Speed brakes are armed. And everything's looking good. Let's take a quick look here. Brace, course weight. Yeah, all right. So the trim if we go back to our page here in the load and balance, the trim is 0.8 down, which seems to be already set. There we go, 0.8 down, perfect. And we're ready to go. We're just gonna wait for the lady to pass, and we'll be on our way. There she is. All right, we are ready to go, and parking brake is released, and I always forget this. There we go. All right, here we go. Lovely aircraft, really. The iniBuild A300, A310, beg your pardon. Just really beautiful, beautiful aircraft. Really very happy that iniBuild has made this aircraft available free of charge for the community. Wow, just beautiful. Just simply beautiful. Simfly 4K, welcome aboard, my friend. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Qatar Airways livery and the iniBuild's A310 as we taxi down the taxiway for runway 33 right here at Kuwait International Airport. Looks like there's an aircraft coming to land there. Wow, what had happened there? It's kind of like a touch and go there. And here's a nice wing view here. Brilliant. Let's not get carried away with the outside views there. We're looking good. Cloudy, it's going to be a cloudy departure out of Kuwait. Let's see here. TARA set. Excellent. And we're just going to taxi all the way to the very end and make the left turn for the hold short point at runway 33 right. Steve Van, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us on stream this evening. Still loving the Phoenix, especially after upgrading my GPU. Thanks again. Well, oops, I was looking at chat and totally forgot where I was going there. Sorry about that, guys. A310 available for X-Plane. Yes, it's available for X-Plane 11, not for X-Plane 12 though. iniBuilds has officially made an announcement that the A300 will be available for X-Plane 12, but no release date as of yet as to when it's going to be made available. But it is in the making without a doubt. Let's try the terrain radar today. How about that? Yeah. Right, give it some more lights here, some more lights here. There we go. What a beautiful looking aircraft, the iniBuilds A310. I mean, this aircraft really, it looks good, it feels good, it flies good. The texturing is of the highest quality. What is this guy doing here? I have no clue what it's doing. And the aircraft seems to have stopped. All right, let's just go to the side here. I did not do anything, by the way. It looks like it detected that there was traffic and kind of just stopped, which is pretty cool if that was intended. All right, let's go to flaps, slats 15, flaps 15. And we're going to do that. Ah, look at that. Can you hear the flaps? Very nice sounds there. Pretty cool. Right, we're approaching the runway now. So the APU is still running. All right, we can turn off the APU. And let's go and turn on the strobes. Landing lights. Wing lights. Nose to takeoff. Excellent. Now we are ready for departure. I'm all over the place today. Just all right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are cleared for takeoff. Right, let's go. Engines are stable. And toga. Coming up to V1. V1. And rotate. Positive rate of climb, gears going up. Gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. Right, can start retracting the flaps. And we'll maintain about 10-degree pitch here. And let the aircraft accelerate. Looks like it's still raining here. Speed check, flaps up. And we can now put the landing gear in the lock position. We're going to go to climb. So thrust is set to climb thrust. And we are going to click on profile, nav, autopilot. Brilliant. Let's take a look at the outside real quick. Again, very, very cloudy here, so we can't really see much. Otherwise, we would have been able to see the beautiful sight of Kuwait City and Kuwait Towers. But unfortunately, as you can see, there is still pretty strong rain here as we depart Kuwait. What a fantastic looking scene here. There we go. That's what it looked like this morning on my way to work. Yeah, and still pretty heavy rain today throughout the day. Actually, here's a look at Kuwait City, Kuwait, ladies and gentlemen. Here we can take a look. That's Kuwait Towers right there. Very nice scenery and very accurate scenery of Kuwait City. And that's Kuwait Liberation Tower. At the time this tower was built, it was the 5th highest tower in the world. Now I think it's like number 200 or something. That's the Grand Mosque, and the Central Bank of Kuwait right here. Very, very detailed scenery. I love flying in and out of Kuwait simply because of the scenery is so accurate. Right, landing lights are off, wing light is off, and nose light is off as well. Runway turn-off lights can go off as well, and we are now climbing to our cruise altitude of 37,000 feet. What is your average rainfall there at home? It's almost zero, but we've had good rain this one day today. Normally, I don't have the rate, to be honest with you, but it's normally not very good. Yeah. This guy did a really good job on Kuwait scenery. Absolutely, absolutely. It's just really one of the. Not only is it an accurate rendition of Kuwait International Airport, the airport itself, but all the roads leading to it, but he actually did the entire country. So the entire city of Kuwait has been with the water towers, you know, the Jabber Hospital, all the main buildings, all the main landmarks, Fatma Mosque in Abdullah Al Salim area, all of the actual landmarks in Kuwait have been modeled in this scenery. Really exemplary job by Yahya, the developer of this scenery. All right, we are, ladies and gentlemen, now climbing to 37,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for this flight today. And here is a beautiful wing view of the flight. We are probably going to arrive during nighttime into Qatar, and what we'll do is, of course, I will show you the airport both during the evening and during daytime. So depending on when we arrive, we'll switch the time and I'll show you around. The airport, we'll save it for when we get there. But just one caveat before we arrive into Qatar. The city of Qatar is not part of the MXI Design scenery. So I have downloaded that separately. Or purchased it separately on the marketplace, and I'll show you what I mean once we are there. Very cloudy conditions here at Kuwait, and things should subside as we leave Kuwaiti airspace and head over to Qatar, and the northern part of Saudi Arabia will probably still be pretty cloudy. But as we, I think, as we enter into Qatari airspace, things will clear up. And it must be it must be an evening of celebration for the Moroccan team after beating Spain and qualifying for the next round. Hamad International Airport, that is right. Yep, that's where we're heading today. MXI Design are the Captain Ray, welcome aboard, first of all. It is the developer who developed the airport. Right, 18,000. By the way, the transition altitude in Kuwait is 13,000 feet. And we continue our climb. And here's, ladies and gentlemen, a look at this beautiful flight simulator in this beautiful Qatar Airways livery of the iniBuilds A310. Very, very nice. Just look at the scene. I love the shadows and the light reflection in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just looks fantastic. $20,000 for 37,000. We're looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and release the passengers and cabin crew. All right. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the cabin here. Again, I love the lights. There we go. Just look at the nice lighting there. Beautiful. A really very well done passenger cabin there by iniBuilds. Very nice indeed. And those screens are also functional. There we go. Very nice. All right, back in the cockpit. Things are looking good. We continue our climb, and everything seems in order. So let's come here, and status is normal. Perfect. Captain Squid, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. I used to fly the Metro liner in X-Plane, and it was really fun. And learning the Garmin 430 was challenging, though, but only took a few days to learn. Yeah, it's everything's pretty simple, I think, in X-Plane once you get the hang of it. I really like the user interface in X-Plane. And I think it's very simple, and things are laid out in a very user-friendly manner. So I do prefer the X-Plane interface over Microsoft Flight Simulator, to be completely honest. But maybe it's because I'm used to it. But I do prefer it, for sure. So we are heading to Qatar today. Qatar is one of the GCC countries. That's the Gulf Cooperation Council. And it's a country that I haven't been to many times in the past. I have been once to Qatar, and it was actually before they institutionalized the new Hamad International Airport. Qatar is a country that relies primarily on the export of natural gas. It has the highest per capita income in the world, and is considered to be one of the richest countries in the world as well. It's a very small country, and small in its size, very big in its achievements, I must say, and it's a role model. I think they have definitely they're definitely catching up with Dubai and UAE, and in some areas they are probably even better than the UAE. Saudi is definitely coming up as well, and a lot of developments in those two countries in recent years. Still, there isn't really much to do in Qatar if you are there, but what are they actually going to do? So they've, in preparation for the World Cup, part of the FIFA requirements was that they build stadiums, sufficient stadiums for the event. And obviously Qatar, just being the small country that it is, and not having as many sports clubs, is really not going to need all of these stadiums. And so the strategy is to actually convert most of these stadiums to shopping malls and commercial buildings, and to do this with minimal cost. So those stadiums were actually built with the conversion to a mall or a commercial building in mind, and so that it doesn't take very long for them to convert them and start getting generate some income from those buildings. Obviously they've generated a lot of income from from all the visitors. I'm sure that this event really helps the economy of Qatar, and it's something to be proud of, really. John Philip, thank you very much, sir, for your €3 super chat. That is very, very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. I agree with you there, Rand. The XP interface is much, much better. Much, much better. And let's see. Hey, Kuwait, finally getting around to watching a live stream in real time. Just want to express my appreciation for you and your content. Cheers from Texas. Well, sir, thank you very much for being on the stream. Thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate it, and thank you for your support and making my stay on YouTube worthwhile. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You just really made my day. Thank you. Right, 4,000 feet for our cruise altitude. And if we look here, that's the top of climb, and not much after that is the top of descent. So we're looking good. And here's another look at the outside. There's this beautiful Qatar Airways aircraft. By the way, guys, tomorrow evening I will more than likely be streaming the iniBuilds PF40, which is the warplane, and it's actually a nice little plane. They have a lot of details built into that aircraft, and of course there's a lot of history behind the aircraft as well, which you can actually go and listen to on the iniBuilds YouTube channel. They've made a really nice video to give you an overview of the aircraft. But of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showcasing the aircraft rather than reviewing it. I have received it, of course, free of charge from iniBuilds, as I am an official partner of the company. So we're going to be showcasing the aircraft, but I'm going to do it in a live stream format. I think a lot of you guys have asked me to do the reviews in a live stream format because they want to gauge my reaction live. So, and I do understand that. Sometimes, you know, your first impressions can change. And while you do a video, you can actually change your opinion about things as you go. But when I'm doing a live stream, it's very seldom that you can you can spot everything, and so it would be your immediate first impression, really, rather than a review. So it will be a showcase for that matter, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. All right, looks like we are right. We're looking good. I was just making sure the aircraft wasn't doing anything crazy. We are approaching our cruise altitude now of 37,000 feet, so we're going to switch to cruise. And that is now set. Excellent. Still a few clouds in the vicinity, but yeah, I thought that we will see clear skies. Maybe we will. There is still quite a way before we are in Qatar, so I think we are good there. 37,000 feet. We are at our cruise altitude. Paul B, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. And yeah, apparently YouTube has changed their algorithm, and the likes actually now do matter in ranking your video. One of interesting things as well that I've learned about YouTube is they actually serve videos based on people's reactions. So for example, let's suppose so I posted a video yesterday of Tourism Scotland. If you haven't seen it, guys, please go ahead and take a look at it. It's actually a very nice guide to have if you like to visit places and learn about cultures of different countries, and you know, visit point of interest and actually understand what is this point of interest, what does it have, or why is it historic in nature. For example, that video did not receive you know, a lot of comment. It did not receive a lot of views. And what happens is it will be served, the video will be served by YouTube in your feed. So the guys who are, or the subscribers of the channel will get in their feed. And if they don't click on, you know, this video and then the next video and then the third video, YouTube would actually stop serving those videos. So anything that I post in the channel, even if your notification bell is turned on for all, if you don't click on these videos, then YouTube actually thinks that you probably are not interested in this content, and so it would stop serving them on your feed. So that's one thing that they do to, you know, to rank your videos in the search or in the subscription feed. And another thing is actually the likes. So if a video gets a lot of likes, then they will know that this video is probably something that we want to show to others that has the same interest. So yeah, so clicking the like does really help the channel, especially those channels that are just starting. So and for that reason, you are seeing a lot of the a lot of the YouTubers asking their subscribers to hit the likes and whatnot. Carl Childers, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. Very good to see you here, my friend. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for your continued support always.
Kuwait, thanks for your dedication and contribution to the flight sim community.
RC Flyer just came in with a $4.99 super chat. Kuwait, thank you for your dedication and contribution to the flight sim community, sir. Thank you very much for your support and for your kind words. I truly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support and your kindness, guys. I really, truly appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. We kind of missed you, Carl, in the last few streams, but Rand was there to take care of things and kept the chat in check. But definitely, you were definitely missed, yeah. So a lot of content, again, is being prepared for you guys, both in the format of videos as well as live streams. I am, by the way, I know that I'm lagging a little bit behind on my Discord, but I went in earlier this morning and I've taken a look at all the suggestions made for both the reviews and the flight routes, and I'm going to start fulfilling those for you guys in due course. And I do apologize if you've made a suggestion that I was not able to fulfill, or that you've asked a question I wasn't able to answer. And for this reason, I've changed things around in the Discord channel so that it's a community help rather than me answering all the questions. And I hope that's okay, and I hope that the Discord channel is useful for you guys. Yeah, definitely. He's always missed when he's not there. All right, 37,000 feet. We should begin the descent into Qatar very shortly. So we are probably another 25 minutes away from our destination, and yeah, we're looking good. If we look down here and we go, let's see here. So that's our top of descent, and the final or the initial approach altitude at Hamad International is 2,500 feet. So we are going to set that momentarily, and we are also going to need the ILS frequency for the runway. So we're going to bring up SimToolkit Pro, our friendly electronic flight bag, and if we take a note here, we'll see that the ILS frequency, it's a Cat3, ILS Cat3 108.7, and the approach course is 156, 108.7. All right, so we're going to set 108.7. All right, approach course is 156. There we go. And 156 is set, 108.7 is set, and we are good. So we should begin the descent shortly into Qatar. Do you use VR? No, Sad. Unfortunately, I cannot use VR for health reasons. Alex, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. I'm watching on the big screen. Yay! Perfect. No worries, Alex. No worries at all. How does OTH scenery include the old airport OTBD? I don't think that it does, but we're gonna take a look at that once we are at that. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm not sure. We'll take a look once we are there. We'll take a very detailed look at the airport, and I will give you my opinion on the airport. Although, by the way, I purchased the airport Although I have a partnership with the MXI Design, when the airport came out, I just went and grabbed it. Sometimes I just get this impulse, like I just really want this airport and I really want to see what it looks like. Qatar Airways, I know because of the World Cup, everyone wants to fly there. It becomes a very famous destination. People kind of want to go and see what the airport looks like, especially when it's voted the best airport in the world. It is #1 airport in the world. And there is a good reason, I think, why it is the best airport in the world. And Qatar Airways is actually one of the best airlines today as well. So definitely a lot to learn from the Qataris, both in conducting business, in event organization. Something as grand as the World Cup is testimony to their ability and really capability in putting up something so spectacular, so well organized, and the delivery of the final plan is simply outstanding. Really hats off to the Qataris for their outstanding work. Right, we are now heading to the top of descent, which is not too far now. So what we're going to do is, actually let's go to 40 nautical miles. So we are approximately 45, maybe 40, about 50 nautical miles from top of descent. And here's a look at the outside. We can see that the clouds are now indeed subsiding as we arrive into our destination. A lot of beautiful looking sights of this iniBuilds A310. By the way, I'm going to tell you guys now, the arrival into Qatar during daylight is much nicer in the sim. Probably in real life, it would be nicer to arrive during nighttime to see the city, the skyscrapers from a distance, because they're very colorful. But so if you like me to change the time slightly so that we arrive into daylight, that's okay. Otherwise, we will just leave the time alone, and we'll change it once we arrive into the airport so that I can showcase it properly for you guys, both during daylight and nighttime. Can't wait to see the landing and around Hamad. Yeah, it's a beautiful airport without a doubt. Sand 3RSS, hello my friend, and welcome aboard. So we have Rand saying night and Speed Break saying day. Larson says day. All right. We'll see, guys. All right, I'll wait for more votes on that, and then we'll make a call before we do. It looks like we have an aircraft right ahead of us right there. I can see the contrails. It looks like Bill Barrett, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Looks like everyone's day, Rand, if that's all right with you. We'll go ahead and change it to daylight. So let's go ahead and change that, but I promise you that we will look at it during nighttime as well. So I'm going to change the time to about 3:49 p.m. and this is what things look like from the outside at this point. We are flying we are flying in Saudi airspace as we speak now. Thank you very much, Rand, appreciate it. RC Flyer 62, we will change the time once we land, and I'll show you around for sure. In fact, there is something wrong with the airport, I think, during nighttime, but we'll take a look at that together. So another thing that I'm preparing for you guys is the top 10 freeware airports for Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's that's a video in the making. And of course, I'm going to be doing a Q&A session, and we're going to be taking a very detailed look at X-Plane 12 release candidate, which I think it's RC2 now. I haven't checked if another version was released, but the latest version is RC2, and we're going to be taking a look at some of the default aircraft in X-Plane, and I'm going to be doing this live so that to maximize the benefit, let you guys ask as many questions as you like, and I'm going to give you also my honest feedback and opinion on everything that is X-Plane 12, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we'll do that in the next, maybe in probably next week, early next week, we're going to do that. All right, so we are now at 37,000 feet. The top of descent, as you can see now, is less than 40 nautical miles from our current destination. So what we are going to do is we are going to reset the MCP altitude to 2,500 feet in preparation for the descent into Qatar. That's 3,000 and 2,500 is now set. Our ILS frequency is already configured, so no worries there. Approach course is also set, and all we need to do now is wait for the top of descent mark and begin the descent. In order to descend in the A310, you need to use a level change, and then we hit profile again to ensure the correct speed and rate of descent are managed by the flight management computer. Here is a quick look at the outside. Here, very nice wing view. Both sides. And back in the cockpit, we're getting pretty close now to top of descent. Looking good. By the way, we can bring, let's see here. What do we have here? We have Asia, and we'll say the nearest facility is Bahrain. So let's go to Bahrain Center. Oh, that's not Bahrain. That's Bahrain. We'll take the approach frequency. Not sure it's playing anything, but all right. That's the Bravo Hotel Romeo Bahrain VOR. And that's the top of descent. Nightbot has just gone crazy. All right, we're going to begin the descent shortly now, and let's take a look here. We're going to be doing flaps 30, slats 30, flaps 40, and for wind correction, we're just going to add 5 knots for wind correction. Excellent. And while we're at it, come on. There we go. All right. Excellent. All right, let's begin the descent. Let's go ahead and say level change. And the aircraft will begin the descent now. As you can see here. And excellent. We have begun the descent towards Qatar. We're going to go back to profile now. And let the aircraft manage the vertical speed. Saren, hello my friend, welcome aboard. Hi, how do you get wing view? I can only get views within the cockpit. Oh, so I've covered this in a video called using the drone camera. So there's a full tutorial on how to do that. And I explain it in details how you do. But normally, you can move around the cockpit like that, like so. And once you are at the view that you want, you hit Alt Control and any number from 1 through 0, and then Alt and that number to retrieve the view. To save, it's Alt Control and a number from 1 through 0. And to retrieve, it's Alt and the number that you've saved. But there is also a tutorial on the channel that you can go and take a look at, which explains this, and I show you exactly how you can achieve it. All right, we are now on the descent towards Qatar, and here's a look at the outside as we approach Qatari airspace. Very nice sounds aboard this aircraft. Just lovely. By the way, in X-Plane 12, just after release candidate, they definitely fixed the flickering, and the clouds looks so much better in the latest release candidate. It actually starting to look really, really good. Of course, even without the orthos, I think it does look pretty good, especially when you fly around dusk and there are trees in the way. The trees actually look really good, and I love the 3D water in X-Plane. Alright, we continue our descent towards Qatar, and we are now at 30,000 for 2,500. We're looking good. Here's a look at the outside again. Very nice view. Hopefully we won't get any traffic on the runway as we come into land. Looking good. No worries, Soren. My pleasure. Does Qatar Airways fly the A310? I believe they had the A310. I don't think they fly it anymore, Osama. I don't think they. It's probably retired. All right, we're looking good. The rate of descent is pretty good, and if we look at our flight plan here, and we go to step through, so that is, just do this here, right? Perfect. looks like we're going to come this way and land here. Alright, that makes sense. Looking all right. 24,000. Actually, this is going to be a nice approach into Qatar, because the runway we're landing on is going to leave Doha to our right, which means we'll have a nice look at the buildings before we arrive into our destination. So it should be cool. Yeah. IFR Captain says Kuwait, the turbulence model in X-Plane 12 is badly broken in RC2. Is it? I haven't really tested that, but we'll take a look. I'll take a look. Actually, what we'll do is, like I said, we're going to be doing a detailed stream in the days to come. So no worries there. We're going to be taking a look at all the aspects of the sim, what has changed, and I'm also going to give you my opinion. And I have been seeing, you know, a lot of YouTube videos on Laminar's YouTube channel, the official X-Plane channel, with Austin Meyer being the star of those videos. And yeah, some of those videos are brilliant. Just really, the way he explains things, he reminds me of, you know, some of my professors at college. And the guy is without a doubt a very intelligent man. Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at X-Plane in detail in the days to come. So just stay tuned for that. And we should have some fun with X-Plane in the next couple of days or so. All right, descending through 19,000 for 2,500 feet. We are looking good. And we can consult the flight plan here. So if we go to the weather, let's see here. So the weather in Qatar is 25 Celsius, cloud and visibility okay, everything's 10 knot 7, 100 0 knot 7 knot wind. So we are okay, no significant change in the next couple of hours. Altitude is 1015. So much nicer conditions in Qatar than in Kuwait. Sunny and a bit warmer than Kuwait. One thing we need to check is if we go here. And, all right, transition altitude 13,000 feet, just like Kuwait. All right, perfect. Look at this beautiful sight. Very majestic looking, the iniBuilds. And that's the Oryx, which is the national symbol of Qatar. Right, descending down to 15,000. We are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and I'll leave it for now. Let's continue our descent. I'm going to switch this to 30. So Labak is this one here. From Labak is Bayan. That is Bayan. And then I believe we go that way to Gomto, then Labak, above. What is going on there? Right, we're approaching 10,000 feet. So let's set our 1015 is set, QNH. All done. Let's take a look here. Fine plan real quick. Back to map. Looking good. Let's go and turn on our ILS system on both sides. I find the planes quite static in MSFS during the cruise, descent, etc. In real life, they shake a bit. It's probably the preset that I've used, so they do shake, and I do have FS Realistic running to do just that. Yeah, you'll get a little bit of a shake there. Not with the A310 though; they don't shake too much. Alright, so we are at 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights, the wing lights, and we're going to go the nose light to takeoff. And we're going to turn on the fasten seatbelt sign and done smoking signs. Everything else here is looking good. The brakes is going to be medium, and we're going to arm the speed brake. Alright, we're getting ready now for flight plan, Labak. And from Labak to Labog, from Labog to Bayan. Right, looking good. 900,000. And we are almost there now, folks. Alright, so if we look at our final speed, it's 144. We're a bit high. And we can probably see out in the distance, you can see this is Doha City. So we can see the buildings far in the distance. Looking good. All right, perfect. We are almost there now. Don't forget to set minimum altitude. 315. All right. All right, so we can go to, let's come here real quick and go to Navigraph charts. Let's unload this, and we're going to say cancel, import flight from SimBrief, and this is our flight. We're going to open this real quick. Let's go to the last, it's runway 16 left. All right, and we're going to go to, let's see, all right, there we go. Approach, 16 left. All right, perfect. So the decision height is 420. So we're going to say here 420. All right, 420 is set, and we are looking good. Should actually start reducing the speed. We are at about 250 knots right now. And descending at about 1,500 feet per minute. .500 is the initial approach. Altitude, we're looking good in terms of our altitude. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, to our left is the Doha city. Right there, you can see that here. You can see the city, so it's going to be a nice approach, maybe during the replay. We can always record it. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring FCR real quick, and we're going to say connect. It is now connected. We're going to say record, and so that we don't forget, we're going to say, we're going to pull this QTR, and we're going to say save. User documents not found. Ah, I know what that is. I know what that is. It's the new installation. All right, so we're just going to have to leave it, guys. Sorry about that. The replay isn't going to work today. It's to do with the antivirus. I have to give permissions for FCR to save files there. All right, so we have the localizer glide slope. So what we're going to do now is we're going to say land, and we have this on ILS. So here we go, and now we've begun. The aircraft is now reducing speed, as you can see. We are going to be doing flaps, slash 30, flaps 40 today. And we are now decelerating. What a beautiful approach into Doha International Airport. As you can see now, the city of Doha is to our right, and the airport is ahead of us. Speed check, and flaps 15. There we go. That's the runway ahead of us now, and we can see the glide slope needle coming down as well. Right, the aircraft here is, let me just real quick show you guys the city there. Look at that scene here. All right, we're looking good. Here is going down. Speed check, and flaps 20. We are on the glide slope and not yet on the localizer, but we are lining now, as you can see. Right, speed check, and we're going for full flaps. Right, full flaps, flaps 40. Right, aircraft is in perfect alignment now with the runway. And at about 1,000 feet, we will disconnect the autopilot and I will hand fly the aircraft. All right, we have all the lights configured for landing. Auto brake is set to medium. The speed brake is armed, and landing lights are on. We are cleared to land runway 16 left here at Doha International. Looking good. It would have been much nicer, by the way, if the approach was on the other side, which is, I believe, runway 33 right. It's just a more spectacular approach into Qatar. Right, looking good. Right, close enough, 1,000 feet, and autopilot disengaged my aircraft.
Sync rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doha International Airport. Bursars. And we've made it safely. Yeah. Thank you very much, RC Flyer. Thank you very much, Rand. I thought it was a good landing. Not too bad. And what a beautiful thing to arrive into Doha and actually see all the AI traffic here. It just makes it more believable, I think. So, all right, we can turn off the landing lights. Runway turn off lights are on, and nose light to taxi. Wing lights are off. Strobes are off, and I'm not sure where we can park anywhere we want, and look for a suitable parking to park the aircraft. What I'd like to do is show you the other side, so that's all right. We just can come here, and it's a very large airport, by the way, Hamad International. There we go. We'll just go a little further, and there are probably a few spots there where we can park the aircraft. Looks like a busy time here at, look at that, guys. What a beautiful sight of Hamad International. look at that. Saudi Arabian, Qatar Airways. Just really a lovely looking site of the airport. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this airport is by MXI Design, and it is fantastic. Yeah, very nice. Very, very detailed. The parking positions are all accurate. And I think there's a parking spot here, so we're going to go ahead and use that one. Next to this Omani Air. All right, and we are at the gate. Parking brake is set, and we can actually go ahead and start the APU. Let's start the APU. And what else? We can turn off the lights here, so beacon light can go off, nose light can go off, runway turn off lights can go off as well, and we will go ahead and release the passengers. Non-smoking signs, excellent. Just gonna wait for the. Looks like the wheels got really hot. All right, so we're just gonna wait for the APU to become available, and then we'll pull GSX. All right, let's see. Let's click on the APU. The APU does take a little bit of time to start on the iniBuilds for some reason, but I think it's accurate to. I think that's it. You can see it rising now. Perfect. All right, 45, almost there. All right, I think we're safe to turn off the engines. The APU bleed is on. Perfect. And what we can do is come to GSX and request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
All right. And while the deboarding happens, you can see now the gates or the jetway is coming to the aircraft to begin the deboarding of passengers. And in the meantime, I haven't downloaded anything for this, so I mean the GSX profiles. Oh, what's that? All right. So guys, what I'd like to do is I'd like to first go up here and show you the beautiful rendition of this airport by MXI Design. And as you can see here, this actually, if you look at the actual airport in real life, this is exactly what it looks like from top. Very, very beautiful rendition of the airport by MXI Design. Again, we're going to go here. This is, again, true to life. You can see here, so it's like there's a garden there in the entrance. And passenger boarding is now started. And look at that. Yeah, I think the rendition of the airport is done quite well. I like the custom buildings. I like the details and the airport clutter at the parking positions. It looks like all the parking positions have been modeled with accurate numbers. And this is the entrance of Hamad. Now you know what I meant by saying the approach would have been a lot nicer coming from this side on runway 3, I believe 33 or 36 right, 34 right would have been much, much nicer. Again, very nice details. Bummer that the fountain is not modeled in this payware version. And there is a free version of Hamad International which actually models the fountain, but nonetheless a very nice rendition of the airport, as you can see here. And if we just go down, and now you can see the view. Now guys, just as a caveat, the buildings you see far in the distance, or Doha city, is actually not part of this scenery. Okay, so that's a separate add-on I got from the marketplace. But let's go ahead and go in here and take a look again. I do like I do like the fact that those signs are all right. It looks like he doesn't. It looks like the developer does not have Arabic, because this says departures al-mughadirun, but it's like al-mughadara, but it's actually it's opposite. So in Arabic you write from right to left, not from left to right. And the same thing goes here, al-wusul, it's all written backwards. So maybe the developer doesn't have the Arabic text, and hence those textures don't look correct. But look at the entrance of the airport, how detailed this is. This looks gorgeous, guys. Look at that. Nice, again, custom vegetation. Those palm trees are very famous in this part of the world, and every house in Kuwait probably has a palm tree. It's a very famous tree here, and this is again the nice wavy main building of the airport. This is basically the check-in area at Hamad International. Again, you can see the World Cup symbols there everywhere. There you say Qatar 2022, and that is also true to the airport. World's best airport. There you go. Well deserved. Now the interior isn't that detailed, but I think it is reasonable. I don't really care much for the interior. It's got some static people there as well. But what I do like is how the buildings are done. Look at that, the reflective glass, and all the parking positions, clutter, just really fantastic. We're gonna go a little to the other side of the airport, but that should give you also a nice look at at the control tower. So we're going to go to the control tower in the cargo area as well to take a look at that. And left to right in Arabic. Still a great airport. That's the only thing, which is the Arabic text isn't written correctly. But look at that. I mean, beautiful. Just really very, very nice. And then you've got the control tower. Again, the interiors are not that great, but who cares? I mean, about the interior. I personally don't care much about the interior. The exterior of this airport is done quite well, and you can tell there's a lot of work that's gone into the airport. Now, one thing, I think there is a construction going on in this area here, if I'm not mistaken, and that is not modeled there. So yeah, there is definitely some construction going on right now at the airport, which is not modeled. So in terms of accuracy, it's probably around 90% accurate. And let's go ahead and increase the speed here a little bit. And this is the cargo area at Hamad International. And let's take a look here. Yeah, the correct logo and everything is there. Qatar Airways. Perfect. I think cargo is on the other side, but this actually looks very nice. Here, let's do a top-down view of the airport. Look at that. Look at that. Now, while we're at it, actually one thing I do want to check out is the area at the back there, because I know one of those buildings in the back reads cargo, so I'm trying to find it. And yeah, it's probably this one here. Yeah, I think this might be a cargo area, but if I'm not mistaken, this is definitely a cargo area. Yeah. But overall, I think it's very nicely modeled. There we go. Here's again, look at those jetways, the marking on the ground, and the lighting is done quite well as well. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the time of day so that you guys can see the airport during nighttime. So here we go. I think that looks nice. And there you have it, the airport during nighttime. Look at that. Just beautiful. And the streets are, this is actually what it looks like right now in Qatar. There we go. Not sure why those lights are floating like that, but yeah, this is actually very accurate. So these are probably the streets leading to the city, and they are all very colorful. Let's take a look at another look at the airport before we head over to the city and show you the city, which is, by the way, a separate scenery. But I think there's one thing I want to show you. So during nighttime, because all of this is glass, it's see-through, but it looks a little bit strange to me. So not very. I don't know what to say about it, but it doesn't look. It looks a bit strange during nighttime for some reason. But nonetheless, it's okay. So Rand wants to see the garden. Let's go ahead and take a look at the garden. And yeah, the garden's somewhere right here. There you go, sir. That's the garden there. And it looks pretty good. Yeah. Very, very nice. I mean, this is detailed work, guys. I love it. I love it. Yeah, the texturing of the interior is not that great, but the outside, which what matters the most, I think, is done very, very well. Look at the night lighting here in this area of the airport. Fantastic, really. Excellent work by MXI Design. I would probably give this airport, an 8 out of 10, just based on what I know about Hamad International. A few things are missing, not that much. But overall, a very nice rendition of the airport. Right, I do want to show you the city as well. So let's head over to Qatar. And by the way, this is what it looks like during nighttime in Qatar. Very beautiful skyscrapers there during nighttime with beautiful lighting, which makes for a very spectacular view. And this is, by the way, not part of the MXI Design scenery, but nonetheless a nice rendition of Qatar, or Doha, the capital city of Qatar. Very nicely done. Those are very recognizable buildings. If you live in Qatar, you'll probably know all of them. Very, very nice indeed. So here's a look at it for you guys. And by the way, if you change the day, if you change the time of day here, so you can see the buildings again here. All right, perfect. Let's switch back to nighttime. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit 5 button, and we can see the passengers still deboarding the aircraft. So probably a GSX profile will come for the airport, but you can see the passengers now deboarding the aircraft. Looks like the baggage has been unloaded. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Hamad International Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, beautiful rendition really of the airport. Very, very nice. You can also see the PBR materials, the reflective materials of the building here. This is a spectacular view of Hamad International Airport, and it looks like the old airport is not modeled. Looks like that's the old airport. Let's go to I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the old airport there. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's modeled. Yeah. Very nice, though. Very, very nice airport, and really beautiful rendition. So this is the old airport here, so you guys can see. Okay, so this is the old airport, and it's not modeled. Okay, so yeah, and this is the new airport, New Hamad International Airport. Beautiful. Here, let's scroll down here just to kind of put the view there. And there you have it. Look at that. Very nice indeed. Thank you very much, Osama, and thank you very much, guys, for being here. And I do want to thank MXI Design for their great work on New Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. It's been a fun stream. It's definitely been a lot of fun being with you guys this evening. It's time for me now to call it a day. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.